Hey, welcome to Flight Test. I'm Josh, and this is Josh.
Hi.
Now, recently we saw in the news that Virginia Tech and Chipotle partnered up to try to develop like a drone delivery Chipotle.
A burrito bomber.
service. Yeah. Sounds pretty cool.
Probably not realistic. We had a lot of fun making the skit.
For sure.
But one challenge that's in the RC community a lot with wings is enough space.
Right.
Maybe not a carry burrito, but maybe a flight control system, FPV gear, long range batteries, things like that.
Intro the Spear.
A big thank you, by the way, to Rudik for coming up with the name The Spear. But this seems like 2016 has been the year of wings. We started off early in the year with Schizo and Freybot because they never learned how to fly a wing, and we came up with the Arrow.
Yeah.
If you guys remember the Arrow video, we actually had a bigger version back then, and we thought, oh, we'll just make a larger version. But with one crash by me, I realized really quickly when you scale things up, it gets a lot more fragile, especially when you're working with Dollar Tree or Adams Ready Board.
Right.
The Arrow in the small size was pretty durable, but when you got bigger, it was just too fragile, and we really didn't know what to do with it for a while.
Yeah, but then you got the opportunity to go down to Texas and hang out with Heather and Shane McDowell.
Yes. I just love that flying family. Heather and Shane McDowell, they love wing racing, but getting to hang out with them in their home while they were building the wings is really evident, like how much work they had to actually put in to put all their gear. You know, the video transfer is on one side, the receiver is on the other,
right.
Camera gear is in the middle. There's a lot of routing, a lot of cutting. And one thing we really love with Flight Test, we love using simple foam materials, quick builds, but we also want to have a place for everything so the experience is as good as possible. So what we did is we went back to the original blunt nose Versa, and that was the first wing that we developed, and we made kind of a little twist on it, combining the Arrow and the blunt nose Versa together to come up with the now Spear.
And now we have all this gigantic cargo space that you can put, I mean, a Chipotle burrito.
It's like, it literally is like a flying lunchbox.
Yeah.
And we really tried to take the inspiration from the Versa wing and actually combine the versatility. But this time, instead of motor placement, it's actually, you know, it can go from a line of sight to an FPV to a long range. But also there's a really unique center spar there that helps you route your gear, but gives you incredible strength. A lot of times when you build the center section, it gets kind of flimsy after a while.
Right.
The center spar gives it strength, but also lots of compartments to hold your gear.
Now, it looks like it can be kind of a overwhelming build.
Yeah.
Is it?
We had actually a goal along with this too, is we found out people really like good, fun experiences, especially when you're making memories or new to the hobby. You don't want to be working for 2 or 3 days like on the Sea Duck, which takes over 6 hours to build.
Right.
So our goal is actually have this build time in under 3 hours. You know, 2.5 hours is kind of the goal. If you want to sit down, have a memory, have some fun, put something together really economically, you could do that. So the Spear is only built out of 4 sheets of foam. Everything is common materials, and you can put it together in an evening, fly the next day. So Josh, you actually got to try out one of our versions here, and that was actually for newbies. And I know you're not a newbie, but this actually had the vector system on it, and the vector system, what it does is it gives you the ability for auto level,
right,
where it kind of is like combining the flight characteristics of a Phantom with a flying wing. When you bank, it's only gonna let you bank so far, and it's gonna bring you back to level.
Yep.
And it's gonna do that on all the functions.
So if I let go of the sticks, it'll just automatically bring it back to level.
It'll automatically level out. All right, so why don't you give me about 2/3 throttle?
All right.
And this is gonna, as soon as I launch you, it's gonna automatically want to level, so you're gonna want to hold back on the stick to climb it.
Okay.
And just go ahead and climb towards the tower.
Okay.
Are you ready?
Yep. It's been a long time since I've flown a wing, but to have the flight characteristics of the wing with the comfort and the warm feelings of the vector system, knowing that it's going to self-right, you take your hands off and it just levels itself out. You can set it at an altitude and it just stays right there. It's a really comforting feeling.
We literally just throw the transmitter at you through the airplane in the air and let you fly in the backyard. I really got an appreciation for this when we went out and checked out the Parrot Disco. They had these features too, and a lot of the comments that we had in that video were try to do a DIY platform that can match the features. Now it's really hard to get things like 1.2 kilometer range and all those, you know, gyro stabilization gimbals, but the vector system did a lot of that. The only thing we didn't get was the HD downlink.
Flying in the air so high.
So we talked about the building, talked about how it flies, but ultimately this is all about flying with friends.
Yeah. Whoa! There's a quad. That never gets old, you know? You couldn't ask for a more beautiful day.
Hey, we want to thank you guys for watching. And you know, it's so crazy how Flight Test started out like giving, you know, ideas and
Yeah.
everything to the community, but now it's really turned around, and a lot of the ideas that we have now are coming from the community. You guys have really stepped it up.
And if you guys are new to the Flight Test family, one thing we really love doing is having people have success in flight.
Yeah.
So that's whether it's free plans, it's build videos, it's resources. If you're new to the hobby, also we have a really good beginner series as well too.
That's right.
So look for the free plans. If you guys need to get any raw materials, we have those available in our store along with our speedboat kit. You can support us that way. The biggest thing we want you to do is have fun in flight.
All right, guys. See you next time.